What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel, Aces Place 22, where I'm Ace. This is my place, but this is the Ace in the Hole variety show. I don't know what the hell today's date is. I think it's February 20th, 2026. Almost through the month already. Literally almost through the entire month already. It's come and gone. But welcome to the channel. For anybody that's never been here, make sure you hit that like, you subscribe. Because you're not going to want to leave. And once you do have to leave, you're going to want some more. You're going to want to go to my channel and you're going to want to check out all the other stuff that I got. I have got videos all the way back to like a year and a half ago. So go check out the archives of all of Ace's shenanigans. And you might even want to watch the very first Ace in the Hole episode where I reviewed, or no, I don't know what the hell the first ever Ace in the Hole variety show was. Maybe it was that. Where I reviewed a cowboy movie. Say what? Hey, you never know. That's the variety of the variety show. And I see the comments. I'll get to the comments in just a few minutes. But for now, how about that music, right? I'm going to leave the music rocking. I got something else I got to do real quick. So for all you fine folks, thank you, and we'll be right back. And just like that. Oh God, I hit the wrong button. Just like that, I hit the wrong button. Okay, you have to actually hit that. Hi, everybody. How are you all doing today? Give a few seconds, a few moments. You guys can put it in the chat of how you're doing. Usually we give a few minutes for people to trickle in before I just start right into the show. But you know what? Your boy's in a different mood. Your boy is feeling funky. And we're just going to roll with it. I got thoughts that I want to talk about. I got things I want to show off. I got feelings I'm going to express. This is the Ace in the Hole Variety Show Thank You episode. Now, the fuck does this idiot mean when he says thank you? I say thank you every week. I say thank you in almost every comment, you know, if it's something, you know, sincere and whatnot. I live my life. I genuinely live my life as if I'm gonna die tomorrow. I don't push anything. I don't go to, you know, to force myself and be like, hey, here I am. But every time I exchange words with somebody, I try to make it as meaningful and as impactful or rememberable or whatever you can take from it, and try to better a situation, right? I gotta plug my phone in. Hold up. So yeah, I try to better a situation. Now, I'm not always perfect at it. I don't know anybody that is. But I do. I live my life like every day is my last day on this earth. You know, I try to tell the people I love them, whether I'm fighting with them or not, or have whatever, you know, I don't even know, whatever the situation may be. So I don't hesitate for most things. I'm very impulsive because of that lifestyle. So there's that. I don't know where the hell it's going. I just started reading the comments. I 420'd it up pretty good today after work. But thank you guys, and thank everybody, man. Like, just constantly thank and show appreciation to those that show it back, you know, specifically to me. And, you know, we'll get right into it, man. We'll get into the heavy this time. So a lot's been going on in Ace's life. I've been trying to keep the friends, the family of the channel here. I'm glad everybody's doing okay. I see that in the chat. Joe, Wiggly Wiggly, this is the thing me and my daughter do. It's family. You are family, brother. Wiggly Wiggly, Ultra, Wiggly Wiggly, TKD Bar, Wiggly Wiggly, Frost, Wiggly Wiggly, and everybody else, Wiggly Wiggly. That genuinely means we're doing really well, right? Like, we're doing good. Wiggly Wiggly. So I'm glad everybody's doing good here in the chat. But as of most of you know, I've been going through like ups and downs of, you know, family stuff. Within the last month, my grandfather's health is completely just deteriorated. I mean, I don't want to say completely, because that makes it sound awful. I mean, it is. It's awful, but too humble in that moment. He's up. He can move around. He's at the hospital. He's been at the hospital for over a week now. They just started him on dialysis this past week. It's kicking his ass, to say it lightly. And it's just difficult because you know what's coming. And it's been difficult. But I've been at the hospital as much as I possibly can, as much as they'll allow me. He's got 3 sons that are still alive, and I say that because my dad was his son and passed away. So he's got 3 sons left. My grandmother passed away almost a decade ago. So it's really up to them of what's going on and all that shit. But that's where I was most of the day yesterday, was seeing my grandfather. I was there during the day after work, and I went up again last night. And I was up there for quite a few hours. And I'm tired. I got home from work today, got a really sick package, which we're going to take a look at here shortly, so don't go anywhere. We got some cool stuff to definitely take a look at. This isn't all sad news shit, for sure. But he's doing all right. TKD Bar, you reached out to me, and you know, you asked how he was doing and all that, and thank you. And that's really where this stems from, is just people aren't just going to naturally say you know, I'm sorry you're going through something, or how is whatever you're going through, unless you tell someone or put it out there. Now, I don't use my channel for like woe is me content. I try to stay informative to you guys, because in case, like, it's been like 5-6 days and I haven't put a video out or posted anything, that could be suspicious. That would be weird. When Ultra was really sick, I believe it was, for a minute, excuse me, and didn't see him in the comments for like a couple of days, and it was like, and there's another person I had asked TK about, like, is this guy like still alive? They around? I haven't seen him in forever. And you get used to all these names, right? You do get used to the names. And I just didn't want it to be like one of those things where I'm like, oh, I leave people on a cliffhanger, I'm not genuine or whatever, right? So I give you guys enough information to let you know where my headspace is at and why I might be absent from posting stuff or commenting or watching your live specifically, because I do watch a lot of your guys' stuff. And plus, on top of this week was the 1 year. Oh, man, I hate talking about it, but I do like talking about it at the same time. Fucking double-edged sword. Was the 1 year anniversary of my puppers passing away. I'm not gonna talk long about it because it does fucking make me break down. But I did a 9-hour live last year. For him, right? And that's when the community really showed its face to me, and made me kind of be like, I like these people. I want to annoy them with my stupid shit, and I want to kind of be friends with some of them if they'll allow it. And it's weird. It's that bittersweet, right? Like, I physically lost my best friend, but I've gained, in the years since I've lost him, friends on YouTube. Like, what the fuck, really? Like, really? This guy that's from a small ass town that literally had less than 60 people in his graduating class, and that was considered a lot. Like, it's the little things that I want to say thank you to, and that's that, you know, like, that's the overall thank you kind of shit I'm talking about. You don't think about it until it happens. And when I was reflecting on the 1 year of my dog passing away, I was thinking, like, fuck, dude, you've met some, like, dope people. Some really dope people, man. I see Kaz right there, and I appreciate that. You met Kaz, you met Bruce, TK, Roughshod, Virgo, Joe, Ultra, and there's so many more. But there's also, like, the ones that have called me when I was down and said, get the fuck back up. I don't forget that. There's Frank, who's friends with everybody, but I'm a nobody, and he has sent me some of the coolest shit. It's all back here. Where's my Star Wars shit, dude? It's over there. You're fucking... pissed, you know? So thanks. And I've been crying a lot lately on videos like this because it's good, it's healthy. For real, thank all of you guys. I love y'all, like on a real level. And it sucks. Nobody really knows this shit. I've talked to Bruce a little bit about it. I might have mentioned it to Kaz a little bit. But for 9 years since my daughter's been born, I've been in a nasty custody battle with my ex. Like, I mean, it's shit that I couldn't, that's happened that I can't say anywhere that's recorded for the sheer fear of incriminating myself, even though there's nothing. But it's just, it's embarrassment. That's what it is. It's embarrassment. And so Tuesday was the 1 year anniversary of my boy Rocky. And I had to fucking go to court that day. And my anxiety was through the roof. My grandfather started the dialysis on Monday, and I heard Tuesday it went shit. So all that emotion, right? It's nothing nobody else has ever not experienced, right? We all have gone through shit. But I was having my day. So let's transition now into the good shit, because that story goes into the good. This is where we have to pick me up. So knowing I was going to go to court on Tuesday, I put out a video. I believe I put out a video Monday. Frank, where are you at? Where are you at, bro? Hey, there's my guy, Frank. Wiggly, 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 wiggly. Speak of him, and there he goes. Awesome. And I appreciate, and I know Frank's on a different time frame than most of us, so I appreciate anybody that's just popping in. Hit the like. I don't care what it does for the YouTube. It just makes me feel good. Little thumbs up, like a pat on the back almost. So hit the like. And that's all. So Frank, thank you very much, bro. And yeah, I'll mention that some other time. But so I put a video out on Monday of doing a toy trade, of what I was going to do a toy trade of, I should say. And if you guys want to check that out, you can do it whenever. You can go check it out now and come back. I had a whole bunch of shit. And it was almost about $300, maybe a little bit more than Yeah, it was a little bit more over than $300. So my plan was to go to right here, Replay Toys in Burnt Hills, New York. I plug this channel or this store all the time. There's an eBay page. Go check them out. You can do a Google search and you will get this store, Replay Toys East, Burnt Hills, New York. You'll even see my review. You should see my review. It was there last time I checked of this store. So there you go. It's all the best stuff there. So this is the place that I usually bring all my stuff to do my trades. We get over to that toy store before court, and fuck, man, god dang. And the store's closed. It was closed. I was like, oh, no way. He's always open on Tuesday. Took the day off. No way. So as we're, going back through one of the other towns that we had to go through, blah, 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 I remembered the owner of the store mentioning another tiny little store called Rose's Repeat. And I tell you what, I took the kid there, and here is his business card right here for his information. Rose's Repeat. I have no idea about a Google page, anything like that. But there it is again, Rose's Repeat. The information, hopefully it's eligible. You guys can see that. Ended up going in there and finding some radical stuff. And I'm gonna show everything off here once I'm all, done talking and shit like that. And I don't have any topics of going through stuff. I know in my description I said movies and stuff, but I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Other than just the adventures that I have been on. Replay Squad, still grinding at the office. Have a great stream, mate. Thank you, Fumbling Through the Galaxy, another cool dude right there. Check out his channel tonight at 8 p.m. along with Rough Shot Stock's channel as well for Tales of the Outer Rim episode. It's got to be episode 100,000, right? You fucking... So many, dude. It blows up quick, right? But check them out. And so we picked up I don't want to say a bunch. We picked up a handful of stuff there. Did some trading with this individual that owns the store as well. So that was really cool. An unexpected journey. Not the Hobbit, but it was still a great adventure all the same. And then the next day, I said, screw it. We're going to go back out to Replay Toys. We're going to do that initial trade that I want to do. And we're going to get some stuff. So I got out of work, went with the kid to Replay Toys, did a toy trade, got some awesome stuff. Looking at you. And got some always epic time at this toy store. I didn't record it this time because we were on a little bit more of a tighter schedule because I got out of work and all that crap like that. So no video this time, but next time for sure. And on the way back home, it gets even better. On the way back home, I'm not even kidding you, fellas and ladies, about... Oh, here it is. We drove by Rose's Repeats again, right? We went right by that place again. And a 5-minute car drive, a 10-minute walk was this place. It's hard to see. Yeah, it is. But it's Excellent Adventure Comics in Ballston Spawn, New York. 518-884-9498. The hours, I'm not going to read all the hours, but there is a website, www.excellentadventurecomics.com. He also doesn't run it, but he is a vendor at Albany Comic-Con for anybody that wants to travel to Albany, New York. Yeah, there you go. So if you want that information, there you go. But we go into this little toy shop, comic shop. It is super small, but I've been in there before, and I was blown away. I was absolutely blown away that this guy had. Just blown away. Between Rose's Repeat, I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag now. I'm gonna jump the shark. I'm a Simpsons guy, right? I love the Simpsons. I love Turtles. I love all those like 90s properties, right? Blah blah blah. It doesn't matter. See, where am I looking? Is it that shelf? Right? Am I lined up correctly? All of that stuff is Simpsons. This entire shelf is all Simpsons. Down here is nothing but Simpsons. The original World of Springfield Simpsons. I'm sure you guys are tired of me saying that fucking name. Simpsons! The World of Springfield Interactive. The Interactive World of Springfield figures. I don't know how the fuck to say it. I'm too tongue-tied, too 420 to up. What is that? What is that? All right. See, now Frank just sent me a picture of something, and now I just want to end the stream so I can go see what the fuck he sent me, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Nice little surprise when I'm done. But right here, these Simpson action figures came out in the early 2000s. I have probably in box close to 40 of them, loose about 40 of them. And then with these figures, they're just epic. They're epic. I absolutely love them. They're super cool. But there are play sets for these figures, and I have a handful of them. But there are two that I've always wanted my entire life. My entire life. Ever since I was 12 or 11 years old, whenever they came out, 2001, 2002. Always wanted them. Rose's Repeats. Excellent Adventures comic. Between both of them, they both had one of each of those sets that I've always wanted my entire life. I have both now. Both. I know it means little to most, but to me, I have two. Not even two. I have both of the sets I have drooled over when I have looked at the back of the packaging of other boxes that I've had and been like, oh my God, if only I could get those. Oh my God, oh, I'll never get those because I've never seen those in our stores. They'll never. I got them. And the prices I paid, are out of this world. Out of this world. Paid $50 between the two of them. $50. And they both go on eBay for like close to $60 to $70 without shipping. And I got them. Get it, Fonzie. Are you calling me Fonzie because of the jacket? Check this shit out, dude. Look at this jacket. Okay, I'm an 80s, 90s kid. This is straight 90s, man. This is a members only clubs jacket. You got some of the greatest cartoon characters from the 90s on here. And then on the back, Mr. Krabs, all about the money. This is a sweet windbreaker type jacket that yours truly only paid Jump the Shark. I'm an idiot. I should have got that. Jump the Shark with Fonzie because he fucking jumped the shark. Hey, I'll make up for it. Hey, I'm an idiot. Whatever. We're all having happy days, right? Monday, Tuesday, happy day. I used to watch all that kind of stuff with my grandma. Those are the kind of things I miss as a kid. Thank you, Grandma. There's another thank you. Thank you, Grandma. Thank you, Grandpa. But it's legit amazing. I'm still blown away by it that within 10 minutes of each other in the same fucking town, two stores, one store I've never been in, and another store I haven't been into in a long ass time, had both Simpson play sets that I have wanted, again, my whole life. I'm very, very excited. No, it's not a Turtles jacket. I was looking for a Turtles one. It's got SpongeBob on it. You've got Patrick, Gerald. Oh, I can't get real. There we go. Gerald from Hey Arnold, Chucky from Rugrats. This is my absolute fucking jam right here. This is my favorite one. Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life with his little buddy, Spunky. This is who my dog was very much similar to. Reverse colors. He had the reverse colors of this dog, but he was just like him, little Spunky. Says Nickelodeon on the side. It's got Japanese. It does say, and I'll read it to you because I learned Japanese when my brother was in the military. In Japanese, this says, like and subscribe to Aces Place 22. Hey, you know what I mean? Hey. But we also got some other characters on the top. We've got, who the fuck we got over here? Who we trying to show off, Ace? We got Arnold from Hey Arnold. There's Gur from Invader Zim. And then you've got Invader Zim right there. I do wish it was a Turtles jacket, but it fits the bill. It's green, it's yellow, it's got blues and all sorts of crazy colors in it. And it goes with everything, right? It goes with everything. So let me read one of these comments as well. Always cool to actually find a store that sells stuff that you want but never thought you'd be able to find in the wild. Dude, was that Ultra that just posted that? Yeah, dude, Ultra, for real. This jacket, for one, is nothing I thought I ever was looking for, but I went into a Ocean States job lot. I don't know if you guys know what that store is. I've never heard of it. And this was $15. They had a South Park one, too. I want that South Park one. But with the Simpson figures, No way. No way did I expect to find these in either one of these stores, let alone one, but both. And then the dude that sold me the one, and I was talking to him because he had a handful of other Simpsons stuff. Because I bought the playset, and then I bought this Krusty in the box. I already have. This is my Krusty the Clown from when I was a kid, and then this is the same one, just inboxed one. And I have most of these accessories outside of it already, so it's pretty sweet. I love these things very much. But he had a couple play sets, but ones I already had, so I didn't get them, except for obviously Krusty, my favorite character. But he was telling me that just before Christmas he bought a giant, like, 60-piece lot of the Simpsons collection, and I'm like, oh my god, how did I just my spider sense never, tingled. The force wasn't with me. I had no idea that existed mere 30 minutes away from my fucking apartment. Oh, I missed out. But he does have, they're not the interactive figures, but they are still made by Playmates. It's a 3-pack of the Treehouse of Horror episode characters. You get Homer as like the Hulk, Mrs. Krabappel as a vampire, and Apu is like a luchador or like a masked wrestler or a superhero or something like that. But I didn't pick that one up. I left that one there because it wasn't a necessity. But still, really, really killer stuff. And all of that tragic shit, all of that negative stuff, which is still going on, my dog thing, that's something I'm going to carry with me every single day. It's not like that's particularly over. It was just that 1-year anniversary of, like, wow, reality. But through that, through my grandfather going back in the hospital and continuing to be there and knowing, what the inevitable ending is going to be, there's always these little, like, moments in between where you can reflect and be like, man, shit sucks. I'm not trying to hide from it. I'm not trying to run from it. I'm still living my life, and good things can still be happening while there's all this negative crap. And again, that plays into the thank you, because to the universe at large, I'm a believer. I have my faith. I believe in what I believe in. I believe 100,000% that everything that has happened this week has been part of a bigger plot. I've just been taking these little steps without knowing it for something bigger. I truly believe this in my heart of hearts. Whether that manifests into something grand or just emotionally, I just start emotionally feeling this sense of relief. It could be any of that stuff, and I look forward to it. I'm very positive going forward, which has been something I haven't been in a long time. And this is just a week that shows me, out of 365 days, shit's always going to suck, but there's always going to be something to look forward to. That's why I haven't done any videos this week. I did put a video out for Turtle Tuesday, but I recorded that last week, and then it got copyright, but it didn't strike my channel or anything like that. It just was restricted in fucking 213 countries. So I'll probably just re-release that one with edited completely down this upcoming week. But I didn't want to record anything. I haven't recorded anything. I haven't wanted to have the stress of being like, oh, I got to do a video. I got to stay relevant. I got to stay in the algorithm. I don't care about that stuff. I just needed a break, and I hung out with my kid. She's been off at school all week. She's with her mom for the weekend. But I just needed a break from that. I was still messaging TKD Bar, harassing him with, hey, look what I just picked up. Look at this, look at this, look at this. But other than that, I've just been trying to just maintain a normal life, which I always do. But when you're on YouTube, no, I don't want to say it like that. You do feel a sense of an obligation because you can't just go over to your friend's house and be like, what's up? You do have to post this and all that crap. So, hey, it is what it is. But I appreciate everybody watching. I know this is not the most exciting fucking live I've ever done. I don't know if any of them really are, but I do them for therapeutic reasons. Kaz, I still say in his lives or whatever, this is therapy, and they are. And you know what? Even that, I haven't watched anybody's videos at all till today. I watched, I'm drawing a blank. Seafrost live stream from last night. I watched that at work, or listened to it at work, I should say. Roughshod's live. I listened to that while I was at work, and that took both of those videos take up a huge chunk of time, which is killer. And that was just today. And then my earbuds died after like 5.5 hours, which sucked. So I couldn't listen to anything. I can charge them. I suck. Whatever. So, but this shit is like a sense of therapy. So I appreciate everybody that's watching, the 5 people, the 20 people that'll eventually watch, or whoever, you know. And we will get to toys. Fuck yeah, we're gonna get to toys. But this is the variety that the show brings. It's not always the same shit. So that's about that. But I do believe that everything has been happening for a reason. I truly believe it's the spirit of my dog. I really do. Because the 17th, you know, we go to the toy store and it's closed, puts me in a bummed mood. We go to the other toy store I didn't even know about, find the Simpsons thing. I'm in a pretty decent mood, but I know I still have court, and I leave court and it's just dog shit. And so I come home and the kid and I, we're just hanging out, we're just doing our thing. And that's when we decide, let's go, you know, to the trade tomorrow and just recapture the magic we were trying to do today. And that's exactly what we did. And we go to the toy show, or not toy show, I'm sorry, the toy store. We get an amazing, you know, credit back for store credit. And then we go to this other little comic shop and find another fucking amazing, the second amazing Simpsons toy. And I just believe that's the spirit of my dog being like, hey, the 17th, Tuesday sucked, my guy, but I love you. Here's this stupid little toy, but here's this pick me up. And then Wednesday, I want you to keep rolling through the good times. So here's the other fucking Simpsons figure that you've always wanted. And I'm going to ride with that, dudes. I know dogs and cats and shit, they don't go to heaven because God doesn't believe in their spirits and shit like that. But I'm sorry, if Jesus needed Noah to build the ark to save the fucking animals, then they got a place up in heaven. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It ain't getting biblical, but that's always a two fucking little tit for tat I've always had with my biblical readings. But I believe that's what my doggo is doing for me. So, while I've only been restricted in Russia, LOL, you win. Oh, dude, yeah. Restricted in 213 fucking countries. But I didn't get like a copy. You know, I didn't get a strike on the channel. Isn't that crazy? To be restricted in that many countries but not get a strike? I was anticipating that. I got the message where they said you can keep it up, like, you know, it's going to be limited viewing completely. I've gotten 1 view on it. I don't know from where. I'll have to go check the analytics, but isn't that something? I think that's fucking great. So And this video is not brought to you by Sparkling Ice Lemonade. 0 sugar, but all that same carbonation. And that's what I like. I like carbonated drinks quite a bit. So anyway, geez, right, you've been rambling on and on. What is this, your fucking own show or something there, bud? I'm absolutely now going to show off some toys. And not only am I going to show off some toys, I got something in the mail that I ordered maybe a week and a half ago. I mentioned it to Kaz. I showed it to Kaz. I showed it to TKD Bar. And it came in the mail. And I put it together. And no, there's no video to it. Isn't that something? I didn't even fucking do a video for this thing, which I should have, but I wasn't even feeling it. The only time I started to feel doing a video was when I started reading some of the comments here. And that's when I started getting excited. And again, I want to say thank you to all of you that commented in my little short that I did with my puppers that I put out there, or, liked it, or shared it, or whatever. If you took time out of your life to watch it, or to read my post, I really fucking appreciate that. Again, it was never a woe is me. It was just a little, I love you, my boy. Because I started this YouTube channel right before he had passed away. Yeah. No, actually. I did it a handful of months before he passed away. Hey, Money Nicholas. What's up happening, Bacon Bit? Bacon. I don't know why I did that little dance, but I did it for you, buddy. But let's look at some fucking toys, right? So what are we gonna look at? All right, let's flip the camera off for a minute. Or not off, but that'll be bad. Oh yeah, look at that little fucking thing right there. I made that earlier. When I was listening to Seafrost's stream from yesterday, he just mentioned the Frosty crew. And I just thought, like, oh man, imagine like little Tokyo, a little Ducky for Frost, and my little turtle guy fucking working at the Frosty crew. I thought it looked pretty cool, man. Rearranging my camera. Hold on, folks. Thanks for popping in here, Money. The Money Man. Hey, Money. That ain't gonna work. There we go. All right, so I'm just gonna show a bunch of shit off and then just talk about how and when we got it. All right. So there you go. There's a whole bunch of toys right there. A whole handful of crap. So, let me just take this out. This out. This and this. And we'll talk about everything right here. So, all of this stuff right here, we got, plus other stuff, we got in the trade when we went to Replay Toys, the toy store itself. I picked up, I've already had this Michelangelo, but we got all these radical accessories. This skateboard was thrown in with the accessories, which goes to him. This little, look at this little fucking Ninja Turtle. It is a troll. It had the troll hair on it, but it was starting to peel off, so I just ripped it all off. And I just think this little guy is cool as shit. This is, believe it or not, this 100% is an official Playmates Trolls Ninja Turtles action figure. This is not a bootleg of any sort. It is official. So, and they did all 4 of them, and they all have their colored hair. So that's what my daughter said, dude. As soon as I pulled the hair off, she's like, he's a cone head. And I'm like, yeah, he is. He is. So it's, I gotta say, it's goofy enough that it works. Like, it looks like he shouldn't have hair almost because of how particular that cone is. So I thought he was cool. I threw it in the bundle for what we bought, or traded, I should say. Now this, actually here, hold on one moment. This is the Sewer Sports All-Stars Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shell Kickin' Raph. Now, he does originally come, he's like a soccer player. Well, he's not like a soccer player. He is a soccer player. He would have a little soccer ball with him, two different types of soccer balls, like a garbage ball one and then a regular one, and a little goal, which this is the original action figure that came out, 1992 maybe, 1991, and he has a pretty cool little play feature, and it still works. Little button on his back right there, and you can press it and kick. Still kicks. It's pretty sweet. I don't have the ball or anything like that, but it was in the $5 bin. A lot of this stuff was all very, very, very cheap, so that's why we got a bunch of it. But very cool figure. I have the reissued one. There, that's how you know it's reissued. It says Nickelodeon. There's basketball Donnie, football Leo, soccer Raph, and skateboard Mikey, which that's the skateboard Mikey right there. I do have the football Leonardo as well, but I do not have the basketball Donatello. I'm looking for him, and I will eventually get him. So, pretty sweet. I played all those sports at one point in my life, so kind of having a figure of, you know, some of my favorite toys in those outfits is pretty cool. Throw him in the back there. I picked myself up my second little, let me get my light. Oh, that's so much better. Let's show him off again. Yeah, there we go. You can see his funky little head. I'm going to try to get something and clean that off. And then there's the Raphael. But my little Z-Bot. I used to have a handful of these when I was a little kid, and they're only $2 a piece, so every time I go to the store, I'm going to grab one of them, which I think will make a cool collection over time. I've got two of them right now. I like this one. The one I have is not posable, but this one is. You can move his legs and his little feet, his hands up and down. I just like him a lot. And then my daughter picked up, which we had these. These are all from the 80s into the 90s. These are the original, like, little Transformer McDonald's toys where, you know, they transform into dinosaurs. There we go. There's that one. I had bought this one already. This was part of my collection. And I had this one as part of my own collection. I gave these two to my daughter. I didn't care that much. She can have them. There's the little blue dinosaur inside the ice cream cone. And she has bought this one over time. She picked this one up the last time we were there. Little T-Rex out of the Happy Meal box. And then this time, she got all four of these. These two are the exact same, the ones that are in the cone or the shake or whatever. Get up there, Boyle. Like that. It's like a little dinosaur transformer. I know McDonald's are doing these again, but the, you know, classic collectors and whatnot are not a big fan of them. I don't really care. I like these ones a lot, particularly. I think they're very awesome because they're dinosaurs. This is another ice cream one where it's just different face. Like that. And then here is the Big Mac, which pops right up. Arms can flop down, and the cheeseburger, bud. They're awesome, right? These are what my daughter wanted to collect because she wants to start, you know, having her own little collection of stuff. So I told her, well, whatever. When we got $200 back at the one store and store credit. So I told her, like, you could take $50 or $40, whatever it was I gave her, and go buy whatever the hell you want. So she did. She got whatever she wanted. She got a bunch of stuff downstairs. She just wanted me to show off these McDonald's toys because she knows that some of you guys like that stuff. So I was like, absolutely, kiddo. And then everything else I got were just these crazy, bizarre Ninja Turtle accessories. We won't go through everything, but we got bombs, got basketball hoops. This actually is Krusty the Clown's camera. We found that in a bin of accessories, so I grabbed that. Oh, these came with something else. I'll show off in a little bit. I found an original Dick Tracy bomb accessory for my action figures. How freaking cool is that? Very exciting. And what was the other Simpsons thing we found? I thought there was something. I can't remember. I grabbed Jabba's sail barge, little micro machine. Absolutely loved these as a little kid. This is something that, you know, will be in the background with my other little toys amongst toys. So this is very cool. Jabba's sand barge is terrific. Next time I go back, I'm going to look for more of those because fuck it, dude. We all love Star Wars. Ain't no matter. You know what? Even the bad ones, we still like them. But this is so iconic. This is so effing iconic. I love it. And I think that's it for really cool, like little. Oh, no, I lied. Check this shit out, y'all. Look at that little badge my daughter found in a bin. And she's like, Dad, you gotta have this. She's got a really good eye, y'all. Like, yeah, it's just a chintzy plastic little badge. But when you're throwing it in a lot of things to trade with, this is the kind of. Oops. Oh, there you go. This is the kind of junk you want to find, man. This is so cool. She's just got a killer eye. She picks out some wicked stuff. TK, who does this go to? Is this Ninja Turtles? I think it's like a scooter and it's supposed to have something here. But I don't have a clue who this goes to, brother. Help me out. This was sweet. I knew immediately when I saw this that it goes to Dirtbag. It's missing the shovel that goes in there, but this is Dirtbag's backpack, and fuck yeah, this is sick. Very cool stuff. I don't know, this gun, I don't know. But it's a sweet little handgun. It's all really killer crap, man. I like it a lot. I'm very happy with all of it. But now, oh, you know what? No, I got one more thing. 2 more things I want to show off that I picked up in that trade I forgot about. My bad. My apologies, y'all. Fuck it. You know what? I forgot about these, actually. The things I took off the table. Ah! So, I don't know if I showed this dude off or not, but I picked him up a couple of weeks ago at the actual toy show in Saratoga, New York. This is Hothead. I know I did a video on him, I believe, but I don't know if I ever showed him off. He is one cool looking dragon. Missing some body armor, but overall he looks great. He's a rather expensive figure. So when I added him to my collection, that only made my collection more cooler. So he's off the table. Get out of there. So these two I found in the same little shop that Rose's Repeats. I was totally surprised this guy had either one, let alone both of these cool toys in there. This is a Ninja Turtle character named Antrax. He is another very expensive figure. I did a trade with the, I think it's the owner of the store, and got this guy in another really good trade. So how about them apples? And then this little booger, this little guy is Earthworm Jim. He's an Earthworm Jim villain known as Henchrat. I've got a couple Earthworm Jim figures. I picked up some Earthworm Jim figures very recently, and I was totally stoked to find this dude in that little store as well. So I found Ninja Turtles in that store. I found Earthworm Jim figures in that store, and I also found a Simpsons figure in that store. We're going to get to that in just a second. Stop fingering your figures, Ace. Do you think that's funny, Ultra? You think that's funny, bro? Put that on the stage. You have the comment of the night. Your comment will stay up on the rest of the show. And then when we went to the Excellent Adventures comics, the only loose figure I picked up there was this. Are you talking to me? Cletus figure. Look at him. He's such a redneck. Pretty awesome. I really like Cletus. He is a top contender for one of the most underrated characters in Simpsons. He's very funny and subtle funny. Out of nowhere funny. And it's good. So that's that. Those are the loose figures or accessories or what have you that I picked up. And I know I showed it already, but there's that Krusty the Clown. Well, actually, you know what? Now that I got the light on it, there are some of the play sets. There's the nuclear power plant with radioactive Homer, the Quickie Mart with a Pooh. When I was a kid, I only had 2 sets. It was this one, and it was the one with Principal Skinner, and then Living Room with Marge and Maggie, which I have recently picked this one up in a big eBay. Well, actually, it was about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, and a big eBay win. So how about that? I'd like to get this guy. That'd be cool. I like this look. I like that area. Yada, 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 yada. And then there's all the characters from Wave 1, which is sick because I have all of them now. I've never had all of them. Now I have all of them. Who cares, right? I care. So, that being said, let's put this off for a minute. Now, I've got 2 things left I'm going to show in the trade, and then I'm going to show the Simpsons figures that I picked up, or play sets, if you will. I don't know how to flip this thing, but we'll just do it this way for right now. So one of the last times I went to the Replay Toys, he had one of the coolest play sets I've ever seen in my life, for the first time in my life, and I absolutely had to have it. So the initial trade that we did, this took up half of it. This was $100 that I did not pay for. I got it in a clean trade, which is epic. And my daughter and I, when we got home with this, we played with it immediately. This is what, from 1985 maybe? There's got to be a date on it. Let me check real fast. $1987. Okay. 1987 this came out. So a couple years before the Turtles. So there were no Ninja Turtles toys to coincide with this that you could have played with back in the day, which, man, having this and them at the same time is mind-blowingly terrific. But this is what I picked up. Do all those rooms Oh, the Simpsons figures? No, unfortunately, they don't. They should have done it some way to make them connective. But no, they do not make it so you can literally connect them all. But you can, in spirit, do something with them, and it can make sense. They're fun enough to put together in a simple way, if that makes sense. But they're awesome, man. They're really cool. So, but this is terrific. This right here. I'm gonna try to get a cool angle of it. All right. Hopefully this looks all right. Nope. Right there. All right. Get out of that view, you silly goose. So this right here is the 1987 Ghostbusters headquarters playset from, it had to be from Kenner, right? Kenner made the action figures, so I'm assuming they made the playset. This thing is so effing cool. It's big. Let me get like a character. This is just a Ninja Turtle character I had. I mean, I gotta take that down for a minute there, also, so I can see something. So, this thing looks great. You can actually open the doors. They're still attached to it. They're not broken. Yeah, they're a little wonky and wiggly, but that's just from, being nearly 4 years old. It's so cool. The Ecto one, if you have the original one or the new reissued style one, it does fit in and out of there comfortably, which is super cool. The only thing that it's missing is right here in these peg holes would have been where the Ghostbusters, light up sign would not, it wouldn't really light up as a toy, but that light up display sign for Ghostbusters headquarters would be right there. Other than that, and the other thing it's missing is a containment unit. But if it had the containment unit, and if it had the sign, this thing would have been skyrocketed up to almost $350 that people would be asking for it. That is bonkers. Those two items I could live without for the rest of my life. This is it. This is the cream of the crop right here, man. So yeah, we'll try to bring this out. Let's see. That's as best as we can do it for right now. But it's totally rad. I mean, the stickers on the inside look great. It's got these three floors to it. The bottom floor, like I said, the stickers in the background look really cool. It's put together amazingly. There's no dings, dents, cracks, breaks, bends, nothing in it. This blue piece is to represent the fire pole that they slide down, which is a play feature, and I'll show you in a minute. There's like a little shelf with books on it that you can actually, put some stuff across, some balconies so you don't fall and get hurt. A graded floor for lighting, little peg holes there. Awesome. This building could be used for so many things. You could use this as a Doc Ock headquarters, the Scooby-Doo headquarters. I don't even know right at the top of my head, but this is epic. And then there's even, a rooftop to it where you can play from it and everything like that. It is wicked. You got to try this pole. That was the selling point, man. That was the selling point. But check this out. There is a little knobber up here. You push it in this way and check it. Hey, right? And it's got little peg holes on it. So your figures can actually run down it. And then when you put it back up, you literally just wind it back up. And you just place it in the holder. And then that should be pushed over and you're good to go. Very awesome. And then again, there's the back side of it. and figures. Where'd my little figure go that I was using? Use this. Here is Ray Stantz himself, the original Ghostbuster. But there you go, to scale of how big these characters would have been in this playset. Just like that. You can have them in the background like that. Very cool, man. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. Like, I love modern toys. I love all the detail in them, all of the articulation that they have now. Like, I know the Mondo Ghostbusters are muy caliente. They're beautiful. They're just awesome. But there's something about the nostalgic stuff that we all grew up with. Yes, we like it updated. But having this original playset, the original Ninja Turtles playset, many more that I'd like to snag, these Simpson ones specifically, this is just it. Like, these are awesome. And to pay the $100, not pay, but to know that this was only $100 if I wanted it, to spend $100, or, you know, do it in the trade, and it's epic. I mean, look at the detail on this. It looks like a rock wall with real layered brick underneath. It's awesome. This thing is so cool. And it's ginormous. Like, it is good size. I'm absolutely happy to have this. Just another big ticket item that we picked up at Replay Toys. So now that that's over with, now that we're done showing that part off, let's show off everything else that we didn't show off. The whole time Egon is shaking his head no to getting the building, and Peter just ignores him and says, "We'll take it!" Just because he wants to fuck with Egon. Not because he truly wanted that place, but just to mess with Egon, and I love it. That's what made the chemistry. It wasn't forced, it was all organic. Like, you could see Bill Murray messing with Harold Ramis in some situation, you know what I mean? Sorry to say it, but in the new female Ghostbusters, it just felt like a parody, like a bad SNL parody skit. It was not my favorite. But in the last trade I did with Replay Toys with Shane, the last pickup I got was this. This is another 2-pack from NECA, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon series line. Grunt, which is this feller over here and his little top half counterpart, and Jersey Red. Now, these two characters were introduced in the very first episode of Ninja Turtles, where Bebop and Rocksteady and their gang were going to kidnap and beat up April O'Neil, and the Turtles jump in and save them. They've often showed up in a few other episodes throughout the series, and clearly have made a staple for themselves to be made into action figures, where Grunt can actually mutate into this weird lizard frog thing. All you got to do is pop his top half off and put this there, and you're good to go. And then you got Jersey Red with, look at that big old beer belly. Yeah, mama. And this was $50. So between pretty much, yeah, I got this, the Firehouse. I gave $40 to my daughter, $10, and I ended up giving him $10. We went over $10 of what we got, which was totally fine. That's exactly what happened. And but we take a look at the back of the box, and we can see, now this is a very old set, so these are very, these ones are harder to come by. But we've got Mighty Hog and Rhino Man, which I do have. There is Rex 1, the good version of them. And then we've got Short Gangster and Tall Thug, which I have not seen them. Seeing these guys, or this guy and this gal, The very first time I went in there, I was excited because I was like, yes, I'm going to get these two. And then every time I've gone back since, I've gotten more stuff and different stuff, never getting these two. There is one more set. I think he has a 2-pack that I absolutely want to get, and it's Toka and Razor. He had General Trag and one of the Rock Soldiers last time, but somebody bought them, so they were not there. But I've gotten Dirtbag and Ground Chuck, the 2 Triceratons, and now this 2-pack from that guy's store, from Shane's store. Very awesome. So now, let's take a look at these Simpson figures I've been rambling on about forever. I'm going to show them both off at the same time because it's what the hell. So literally, this is no hyperbole. Since I was about 11 or 12, the 2 sets when I saw that they were making them that I wanted the most were these 2 sets. Like, when I look at them and I literally look past the camera, I still have a hard time, like, I don't know, they're just toys. But these are it for Simpson toys for Holy Grails, in my opinion. I'm not accurate at all, but these are the ones just yes, yes, and yes. It is the comic book guy with, it's not called the comic book shop. What the hell is it called? Oh my God. Ultra, help me out, dude. What is the name of the comic book shop in The Simpsons called? Dungeons Comics, Secret Lair's Comic. I'm drawing a blank. But you get Comic Book Guy, which this is, all the figures in these play sets are always going to be exclusive. Yes, they've made other versions of Comic Book Guy. Yes, they've made other versions of Sideshow Bob. But these are exclusive to these sets, 1,000,000%. Comic Book Guy, and yes, he has been opened before, but he was well taken care of. The playset still works. I checked it. I put it back in the box because I just wanted to double check it. And these were the accessories he came with: salty snacks, a drink, and a cheeseburger, which is pretty cool. But very sick. I absolutely am super happy to have them. They're made by Playmates. Came out again 20 plus years ago. They are interactive. All you have to do is take the figures that have that little chip inside of them, put them on the base, press the button, bada boom, bada bing. There you go. Matter of fact, if you can hear it, it's got that cash register sound because no one's on the base, so it's got the default sound to it. And there we go. And then with Sideshow Bob, he's just the Android Dungeon. That's what it is, the Android Dungeon. I knew it was something with dungeons in it. Thank you, Joe Prime. I appreciate you very much for checking on that. I knew it was something with dungeons in it, and I couldn't think of it for the life of me. But with Sideshow Bob, come on. He's the most sinister villain, in my opinion, in all of Simpsons. He worked with Krusty, jealous of Krusty, hated Krusty, got arrested by Bart, hates Bart, wants to do anything he can to kill both of them, will go to any extent, marrying Patty, or is it Selma? I don't remember which one, just to get his revenge. And for the playset with him, you get the Krusty Blue Studios, which, hell yes, very, very awesome. You get a cannon with it, which is the same cannon you actually get with Sideshow Mel. And then I believe that camera is the same camera you get with Bumblebee Man, which, not a problem with me. I think Playmates accessories, whether they're from The Simpsons, Ninja Turtles, Earthworm Jim, Dick Tracy, whatever the toy is, their accessories are always so freaking cool. They're always so fun. They're always so detailed. And I love them. I love them. I love them. But again, these are the two right here. And that brings, for my inbox collection for Simpsons play sets to 1, 2, 7. I now have 7 of these classic interactive environments. There we go. These interactive environments from the Simpsons toy line from eons ago. They are so friggin' cool. And Joe Prime, listen to this. Nobody out of all of the toy places, those 3 places I went to, would offer me more than what I paid for those blockies. I literally got my money back for those things. So I would imagine they're going to try to sell them for maybe $6 or $7 a piece, and just get a little bit more out of it than I did. But I was just like, wow, all right. I mean, I'm not surprised, I guess. That makes sense. But all of them were all the same with those. What the fuck is the Prophet doing here? Look at that. What is up, Prophet Director? Thanks for popping in, man. I know you've made mention of Simpsons things that you've come across in the past. So thanks for jumping in here when the Simpsons figures were being talked about. And honestly, other than these Simpsons figures, the last thing I'm going to show off is, well, you've been fucking looking at it, folks. Oh, you know what? Real quick, the prices I paid for these as well. $20 for that. Go on eBay right now, and you will see no one selling this for anything less than I'm gonna be considerate and say no one's selling this for less than $40, and that's super generous. Sideshow or comic book guy, there is the tag underneath, $30 for him. Same thing. I'll be generous. Nobody's selling him for less than $40. And to find them both 10 minutes apart from each other. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. But hell yeah. Can you say hell after you hallelujah? I'm probably going to get smited. All right, so like I said, y'all been looking at what I got next. From top to bottom, I bought this, and it just came in the mail. Animated sewer tower from Extreme Sets. This thing's all right. It's all right. It's got its cons and its pros and its pros and its cons. But the best part of it is, right now, if you're interested in something like this, it's all a cardboard play set or display set, whatever you want to label it as. This one specifically, we'll just get right out of the way. It cost me like $35. It's on sale right now. It's originally like $69. I would never pay that for this. And you can also use the promo code SKYDRO, SKYDRO, and you'll save 15% on this purchase or your entire purchase. And yes, Scout's Honor, or whatever it is, it works. The promo code works. I double checked it with Kaz, because that's who I got the code from, and SKYDRO pops in and out of Kaz's stream, so let's support all that shit in the community. Good stuff, right? And I saved 15% on this entire set, which, hey, it goes a long way. And I also ordered these little filing cabinets, so hell yeah. This is the box. It's super great looking, and I will flip it around to show you a little bit more. These things, you literally build this entire thing. You assemble this entire thing, from this rectangular base plate to putting the back on, to putting the pipe in, to putting this top on. to assembling it every level that you go, which, hey, that's pretty dang cool, man. That's pretty dang cool. But the biggest problem with it is it's cardboard, okay? We have to take into consideration that this is not the NECA city, tower display, whatever they label it as. This is straight cardboard with a glossy finish. It's thicker, it's nicer. It's not, cardboard that your boxes at your jobs and stuff are made out of. It's got a little bit finer conditioning than that, but it is still cardboard nonetheless. And because I don't like to bullshit anybody, I have nothing to gain from it. This, and I'm sure other sets like this, are affected by it being cardboard, okay? Now, I'm going to go completely in depth on what I like and what I do not like about this display. So now, welcome to Ace's pissy comments about things and such. So first off, we're going to take a look at the filing cabinet. It's pretty cool. It's taller, or as tall as, well, what is it, like maybe 6.5, 7 inches, something like that altogether. You get 4 of these filing cabinets in one box. That's $10. You get two short ones, 2 tall ones, 1 tall one that's decorated, 1 short one that's decorated, and then 2 plain ones. And each one of the filing cabinets all have their own drawer that you build, and you can actually, move in and out. Again, it's cardboard, so it's not the greatest quality, but it's still a fun thing to throw in the background. So Prophet, if you're still here, brother, maybe that's something that you're looking, for. I know you like your minis and your backgrounds and stuff like that. So, that's what's up. And then that was it. That's the only other little thing. So here is the full display as best as I can show it in this camera. So it has a complete bottom to it, and it's pretty deep. I'll put my sewer Mikey in the background there. Like, it goes pretty far back in there. Again, it's all cardboard. You can see right here. We'll just go with the cons. It's got air in it, so it is very bouncy. It does have a lump in the middle of it to a degree, which I'm sure if you weighted it down appropriately, it would be fine. But you can also see maybe not as bad in this angle. But there is a crease from where it's folded. You can see it right there. That is in all of it. Right there you can see it, and then right there you can see it, right here going right across. Unfortunately, when they cut this, this whole thing can come right off. It doesn't sit in at all. There's no, pieces for it to sit, which I think is okay. You can take it down, but you know what? Let's do that. I'm all over the place with this camera, folks. Hope you don't have epilepsy or whatever. So yeah, you can take it off. You can have a complete base plate or base set right there, just like that. That can be its own thing completely. I mean, visually, it looks stunning. It looks amazing. You can have this section here. There is a little cardboard door that opens. It's not the best. You can't go inside the actual building. And this is the worst. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that shit. That's garbage. I mean, that is absolute flubbish garbage. It does have 2 backgrounds to it. You can have it daytime, or was that daytime? Nope, that was the nighttime. And the daytime. I'm probably not going to use this piece because it just does not hold in there at all. But you got a different side here, which is pretty cool. But like I was saying, when they cut this, I can even feel it. It's not even at all. It's lumpy, it's lopsided. So when you don't get a smooth cut, when you get something that's got a bubble in it, like that, and it has a crease in the center, this is the result of something that's supposed to be flat. Oh, yeah. There you go. It's not stationary, so it's... I don't necessarily know... I don't know how well it would do if you put like an army of action figures on this thing. Like, I'm not going to replace my steel shelves with my NECA toys and put them all on this. This is literally bought so that when my daughter wants to play Ninja Turtles and stuff, we can throw this down, pull this out, and goof off with this thing instead of, you know, her wanting to be like, Dad, can't we just use your, you know, really expensive turtle lair? It's like, no. That's one we don't play with, right? Because it's just sweet. But I thought this was still cool. I think $70 for this is a bit much. It does have issues where the cardboard holds together. It did take me a while to get the whole bottom piece finessed into this and into this, because you're pushing into cardboard, a soft object that has no give to it, or has all the, it's all give. It just gives right away. But for $30, $35, whatever it was, I think that's pretty awesome. Could I possibly switch this out and put it next to my turtle lair? I absolutely could. It might be too deep for the shelf, but I could absolutely put this somewhere and put, you know, smaller figures on it and just make a heck of a fun little display out of this thing. And I absolutely will. I'm absolutely going to do that. All next week. I don't work this weekend. I potentially have plans tomorrow. I don't know the weather up here where I'm at. It's been snowing all day. There is probably a good 6, 7, 8 inches possibly outside right now. I don't look forward to going out and cleaning it or anything like that. But it is what it is. I'm going to set the camera back up on my side. Just un momento, por favor. I know I rambled on a lot, but that's the show. Alrighty, here we go. I'll get back to my thought. Hold on. Good enough right there. Dragon Ball Z. But I probably, since my kid is going to be at her mom's all weekend, I probably will make videos, because what the hell else am I going to do? I don't have to work this weekend. So I'll probably make a video on the stuff I've already showed you guys. So if you're interested in that, again, a little bit more in-depth, little specific, more topic talking stuff, bullet points, who knows what have you, eat a peanut butter jelly sandwich. I don't know. But everything will be back to its hopeful normal schedule next week. I'll have, you know, videos out here and there. I don't know. I think that's pretty much it. I know I did a lot of talking in the first little bit. I appreciate everybody for letting me always vent and at least showing the respect in the comments as I'm doing it. That is mighty fine and mighty big of all of you people. Respect. And back to what the whole episode is centered around is thanking people. Is thanking everybody that's watched, thanking everybody that's been here from the beginning, thanking everybody that's been here up to this point. Whenever it is you've become an ally to the Aces Army, I absolutely, really do appreciate that. And I always forget to say this. everybody within the last month and a half that has won something from this channel, there has been Jurassic Mario 3. I got something for TKD Bar, Seafrost in Tokyo, and Rowdy Riles. They have all won something in the last month and a half. Waiting on those hats. We got a confirmation not long ago that said they were lost in transit, but then they were shipped back out. Hopefully they're going to be here within the next week or two. And then after that, I will be mailing everybody's stuff out to them. And I hope that they like the hats that they get. And also inside of all of your boxes and your packages, not only is there going to be the item that you won, the item of the hat, but there's also going to be a little special thank you gift inside of that box as well, because I just been thinking these people have been waiting a while. I'm always good for giving out stuff. I'm always good for respecting, but I want to show more appreciation and say thank you so much for Baba Duke. Be patient. I'm sorry, brother. Oh man, homeboy, bro. Just like you say to me when we're messing each other and shit, ain't no reason to be sorry. I take no offense at all. I really don't. The things that I do get offended by in the real world probably are the stupidest shit ever. But for the most part, I don't take any offense to it, and I appreciate it all. But look what I got playing in the background, dude. I did have that playing for you, you son of a gun. Because I was like, you know what? I'm going to put this up for Seafrost because he's my Dragon Ball Z guy. And motherfucker's showing up late to the party. Make sure you like and you share, you subscribe though, right, SA? Damn, TKD Bar put that SA in my head. And all I think of SA too is South Park when they're like, yeah, I got an essay. And it's a Spanish person. It's an essay, and they're talking about essay. Like, you gotta write an essay. But, I don't know. I think that's it. Is there anything, anybody, you know what, for the next 15 minutes, we'll go another 15 minutes. I am going to 420 it real quick, because that's what we do. And if anybody has any questions, throw them in the comments. I'm going to be right here, but I'll also be right there. I'm going to be right there. I'm going to be right there over there. I shared on YouTube, bro. Bro, do you think I'm going to be like a YouTube star someday? Like, do you think I have the qualifications to be like fucking big superstar? I mean, look at the jacket, dude. Woo! I also got this movie. And if you know, you know. Good morning, Vietnam! It's a good movie. All right. Nobody has any questions for me? You don't fucking care? You don't have any questions? I'm about to pack. Yeah, Bubby. Yeah, Bubby. I think you'll be big on YouTube one day, bro. Yeah. I'm already too big for this jacket. I'm a fucking big guy. Big guy. For those who also collect toys, I know there's no Marvel Legends collector. Well, I don't want to say that. if there are any Marvel Legends collectors in this chat, I am somewhat. I'm not anymore. I used to be a collector of the Marvel figures. I'm not anymore. If there's a certain character, sure, but I don't need all the characters no more. But what I do want, and I can't find them, and I don't want to pay an exorbitant amount of money, but are this Build-A-Figures legs. This is Rintrah from the Doctor Strange. I think it was the Doctor Strange Marvel Legends line. And the only pieces I'm missing are both of his legs. I really like the way this dude looks. This is the whole reason I was even collecting this line to begin with just for Rintrah. He's a good guy, but I want him for my Ninja Turtles and playing him with the Turtles and stuff like that because he's just a big green bull, and I like him. So, the mission, if you choose to accept it, oh wait, no, that was Metal Gear Solid. I love Metal Gear Solid. I went to do what the fuck was the Mission Impossible music? Nope, that's James Bond music. The fuck was the Mission Impossible one? Someone sing it to me in the chat. Someone sing Mission Impossible. Put the musical note. What the hell was it? Metal Gear again. I don't know what the fuck the music was for a Mission Impossible. Fuck it. Ace, I have a question. You've reviewed quite a lot of flips. What is my number one movie? I can't give a number one movie because that's of all time because of just the genre alone. Like all the different genres of movies. I'll pick some different genres, what my favorite ones are for those. I will say, and it's very, very selective. My choices are going to be very different than anybody else. For comedy, my number one comedy is always Tommy Boy. Hands down. Chris Farley, as a kid, to me, he was my idol. He was my idol as a child. When I would watch Saturday Night Live as a kid, I never understood the jokes. I never understood the adult humor, but it was his antics, his mannerisms, his body language, his energy. Chris Farley was just a hero to me as a kid. Probably to a lot of people, so nothing crazy like that. But Tommy Boy is my number one favorite comedy. When I was in high school, I think it was my 11th grade year, whatever English class I was in, written and spoken, I think it was, we had to do a project on some sort of cautionary tale, something along those lines, right? So I convinced my teacher, instead of us all picking our own book and writing an essay on what book basically, instead of doing a fucking book report, let's watch Tommy Boy. And she's like, Tommy Boy? What? I've never even heard of that movie. I'm like, oh my God, you're going to love it too. It is such a cautionary tale. Like, it's a silly, stupid, fun movie. but it is an extremely cautionary tale of, basically don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't rely too much on this. Have your own back in certain situations. You have to grow up and become the person that not only your parents want you to be, but beyond that, right? It's an epic movie. It's an epic movie. So she ended up letting us watch that movie for 2 classes, but only our class. Every other fucking class, the other 3 English classes, they all had to do a book report, read. We still had to do the report, but we got to do it on the move, which was awesome. It was so cool. And hearing all my classmates that have never watched that movie cracking up during that movie, awesome. Super, super cool. So yeah, Chris Farley and Tommy Boy is my #1 favorite comedy. And I'll give you 2 more. My favorite... Oh. I'm looking at you right now, baby. My favorite horror movie is right there. Again, subjective. Some people yay, some people nay. But my favorite is the original Halloween, 1978. Was that when it came out? 1978? It's a classic. It is the classic. John Carpenter is genius. I love the original Halloween. Nick Castle as the Shape, Jamie Lee Curtis, original Scream Queen. Can't go wrong with the original Halloween movie. Funny enough, another little fun fact about that one, for this past Halloween, my 31 Spooky Nights, or whatever the fuck I call it, I did not watch any... No. I watched the Rob Zombie Halloween movies. I did not watch the original or the new continuations at all, which is very strange. Normally I watch all of them. But I had a lot more stuff going on then for movies. So for horror movies, which, depending on the day, my answer might change, or it might be like, ooh, this is 1A and this is 1B. But right now, Halloween, the original, is my favorite horror movie. And then what's another genre? We did comedy, we did horror, we could do sci-fi, we could do fantasy, I could do comedy romance, I could do cartoon movie. I'm looking forward to... Zombie Freddy movie? Is that a thing? Am I too high to understand that reference? Because most times I am. My brain, I'm catching up to my own thoughts. But is there a new Freddy movie coming out? Is that what the freak you're saying to me? Or just because he's old as hell? We can go either way. Let's go with... No way! Is that real? That's not real. You're making a joke because of the Rob Zombie. But is he really, though? Say you're joking. That's not real. The whole mood of this conversation has changed. Joe Prime has brought forth new information that has altered the foreseeable future. That would be crazy. I haven't heard Rob Zombie directing anything in a minute. What? Oh no, really? Okay. Internet real, but real. Oh, I'm gonna have to do some research after this, eh? Alright. He's about to piss off the whole goddamn horror movie community, ain't he? I usually support Rob Zombie's movies because he's one of my top 3 favorite musicians of all time. Some of his movies, though, have been very, 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 very not good. I'm looking at you, The Munsters, which, fuck me, man. Who doesn't love The Munsters? And then he goes and he does that to it. He made it a shit. My daughter likes it because she doesn't know the originals out, you know. But, interesting. So, for my third favorite genre movie is, we'll go with, is it suspense thriller? Or maybe are mobster movies their own genre? Gangster movies and stuff like that, are they their own thing? I'll let the comment section decide if gangster movies are their own genre or if they're part of like thrillers and shit like that. Oh, my nose is so dry. I hate this weather. Okay, it's false. False. Joe Prime has just fact-checked himself. It is false information. We here at Aces Place 22, we sometimes spread false information based on zero confirmation of looking into anything, and that's only because pocket. But Joe Prime, he corrected himself, and we appreciate that. But you know what? We're going to spread that rumor anyways. Rob Zombie's making a new fucking Freddy Nightmare movie? Oh my God. Oh, what? And the guy that made the Girl Ghostbusters is making a new Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie? Oh, no. What? Oh, no. That's fun. That's cool. But gangster movies, yeah. I'm just gonna use those ones. My favorite gangster flick of all times, is Goodfellas. I fucking love Goodfellas. I grew up on Goodfellas. I sleep the Goodfellas. I eat the Goodfellas. I love that movie. It's just shot beautifully. Martin Scorsese at his fucking finest. That shot, man, when they're going through the restaurant and you got Henry Hill and you got Karen and he's showing her off for the first time and he's slipping bills into people's little pockets and he's going through the kitchen and he's taking the jackets and he's going out through the fucking this. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful fucking cinema. I absolutely love Goodfellas. Joe Pesci, Robert De Niro. I always forget his name, but Paul Savini, I think his name is. There's a handful of those other like caricature style gangster actors in that movie. It's a phenomenal flick. It's phenomenal. So those are like whatever movies I just said. I forgot now. Tommy Boy, Halloween, and Goodfellas. Those Joe Prime, and to you, C. Frost, you've asked me to pick movies before. Those three movies are my three picks. If you've never watched them, which I think everybody has, go and watch them. If you haven't watched them in a long time, go and watch them. I don't give a fuck if you just watched them earlier today. Go and watch them again. They're good movies. They're really good movies. That's it. I know someone asked me another question. Frost asked me something else. What is your favorite holiday food? What holiday, homie? What holiday? You gotta be specific, bro. We're gonna push it. We're gonna go right to that 2-hour mark. I wasn't sure if we had enough steam in us, but you know what? Joe Prime, official C. Frost, you have become generals in the Aces Army. Bow! Bow! That was like getting knighted by the queen. And also, the hats that are coming in, I really think C. Frost, when you get your hat, when they're on their way, right? When you get them, there's going to be one for you in Tokyo, I've got 5 hats set away for the people that won stuff. I'm keeping a hat for myself because it's cool. I'm sending a hat to Bruce and Kaz. They're both going to get one. And then I'm going to send a hat to Virgo and Roughshod because they're going to get one. And then that's all 10 of my hats gone right then and there. But don't worry, friends of the channel. You don't have a hat. You will. But I'm not putting in any promises yet until I get the first round out first. I'm always good for my word. It may take a minute, but I'm always good for my fucking word. That is a true statement. So when those get sent out, people start getting them in the mail. I will put out another round of gifts that people can win. And unfortunately, the people that have already won are exempt from the next round of hat giveaways. The hats are going to be, with a gift, or the hats are going to be the gift. But someone's going to win something, and the hats are going to be part of it. These hat giveaways, there's only going to be, I'm going to do another 10 hats. So there's going to be 20 altogether. So 20 different people, if they want, can have these fucking hats. So Joe Prime, if there's ever anything that I'm giving away and you're like, ooh, I want that. I want to get in on that. When I'm doing a live stream, make sure you throw your name out there, dude. You can win one. Ultra, if you want to win a hat, even if you don't want a prize, you can let me know and I'll send you a hat. There'll be extras, all sorts of stuff. All sorts of shit. So I'm gonna have hopefully they're good quality. They're not the same as my right here. I don't know if I know some people have seen it. But your guys' hats, because you all did pick black, you guys wanted black, and that was actually the only option for it. But this is my hat, Aces Place 22, YouTube. I wear this all the time out in public and stuff like that. I'm always promoting my own shit, right? Because I'm a little whore. But your guys' hat is going to have a different logo than this. I don't want to say what it is. I want to wait till I get them from the mail and check them first, right? I want good stuff to go to my friends and stuff like that. But they're going to be black beanies with a logo on the front. I don't know if it'll be a laminate like this one is. No big deal. They're cheaply made, but they're still good. But so yeah, that'll be really cool. I'm super stoked, and I was able to get 5 of them made for $11. So I got 10 of them made for like $22 altogether. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty sweet. So yeah, and then I got the kid, her hat made up. It's a blue hat with a logo of green and blue lightning striking with it just saying the kid going across. So it's really cool. It's pretty fucking sweet. Oh, we're gonna be G2. Oh, dude, that's clever. Maybe the hats will say something like that on them, because they are going to be a different logo. They're not going to be the same logo. They're going to be the same logo. It's just going to be different, a little askewed than that first round. That way they do stand out and they are a little different. So you know what? I like that. And to pay my respect to the toy community and to you Transformer guys, I do think the next round of hats will have a G2 somewhere in those, so that'll be cool. But I'm gonna get some shirts made up, and I'll be doing the same thing depending on how many I can get made at a time. And like I've said before in the past, I ask for no fee for this. I ask nobody to pay me for this. The only thing I genuinely ask is outside of just being, subscribe, like, it's all silly nonsense, right? The only thing I do genuinely ask is if If anybody sees some cool shit for toys out in the wild, yo, I'll pay. I'll pay for what you paid for, and I'll pay for the motherfucking shipping. If it's something like, hey, Ace, I think he's going to like this. I got his number, or I got his email, or I got this or that or this. Hit me the fuck up, because I miss a lot of cool stuff that I see a lot of cool people finding out in the wild. I'm about that lifestyle. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Just think of me. Just think of me in the back of your head when you're looking at that cool shit. Other than that, dudes, you do that. Y'all are rock stars in my book, and that's why when I can give back, I do give back, and I try to make it worth it. So, Frost, I know you got in at the tail end of the conversation earlier, but just to reiterate, you and the other, 4 people that won things like a month and a half ago, when those hats finally come in, they should be here in like a week and a half, 2 weeks, and then everything should be shipped out by the middle of March. Let's go with that, the second week of March. There's going to be what you guys won, which you specifically won, the Brian Griffin little Lego set. I'm putting something a little extra in there for you that I'm not going to mention. It's just for you to know. And there's going to be the hat in there. And then the same with everybody else that's won something. There's what they know they're getting, the hat, and then something personal for them to just show a little bit more gratitude, because that is the theme of this episode tonight, is just thank you. Thank you to all of you people everywhere that'll watch this, that don't communicate, that sit in the shadows and just watch from the distance. You're valued just as much as the people that are commenting. The people that are commenting they're just comfortable enough to bullshit with this goofball, and it's righteous, and boom, fist to the friends and the family. But everybody that partakes in this channel is important to me. And if you want to be part of that, don't be afraid to step up. Stay high. Do whatever make yourself noticed, and you too could get, I don't want to say a reward, but you could get a little appreciation in return. And that's a good thing on my end to be able to do for you guys, because I mean, if you guys were here in person, if I could see and hang out with you guys in person, it wouldn't be like, oh, I'm buying you shit all the time. But you would understand my friendship. You would understand it, and that's all it is. So the G2 people that'll be winning the hats and stuff, they will also be getting something a little special in their package as well, because that's only fair. Yeah, and you're absolutely welcome, Frost. Like you are, bro. You already know. Joe, you do Facebook? Nope. I used to have Facebook. I grew up in the Facebook era. Due to my weak and fragile mind at times, Facebook was becoming a very toxic place for me mentally. And I just completely separated myself from there altogether. I don't have any intentions on I don't have any other social media besides a Snapchat. And the only 2 people on Snapchat that I'm friends with on YouTube or in our YouTube world are C Frost and Queen Bee. They're the only 2 that I have sent friend requests to, that have vice versa. And I have, what the hell is it? That Knock Knock app. There's a shit ton of us here in this community that have that app. And I have a handful of their, information there. But other than that, I don't do social media. So what you see here, literally what you see here, and maybe my spicier side on Snapchat. And I don't mean a sexy spicier side. I mean, that's where I let out more of my anger than I do the sadness here, because it's an iceberg with emotions, right? But yeah, other than that, this is me right here. You guys get me each and every week, raw and videos, however the format is. But I do have an email. So Joe, if you're interested, I will I should put my email in my description on my channel. Maybe I'll do that, and it's just easier for people to get a hold of me there, right? So I will, if you're interested, at some point I will put my email up, and if you want to take it, go ahead, get it, email me. That way I have it all already, right? But if you want to exchange like phone numbers and shit like that, I'm open to do that. I've done that with tons of people here in this community as well. So I'm comfortable with doing that. I trust 90% of you guys that are consistent with chatting with me and all that good shit. So I think that's pretty much it. I have expressed, my toys, my new pickups and whatnot, the stuff that I love that's really radical to me. I've expressed my gratitude to all of you guys, and I always will, each and every week. That's why I do the shout out. No special shout outs this week. I believe I shared everybody's channels in the description. So if you want to go there, check them out. And other than that, the last thank you I'm going to say is thank you guys. Thank you all for existing. And thank you all for making me glad I exist. We have plenty of reasons to be happy, but when we get that, dopamine high from other people, what it is, man, that's what it is. So I appreciate all of you very fucking much. Oh, wait a minute, hold on, let's see what some comments are before I dip out. No, you do Facebook, yeah, and I love our chats. Amen, I love our chats too. They've been spaced lately, and that's me. That's a me thing of just not even anything other than just I want to think about how I want to say how I'm feeling, if that makes sense. I know you don't need an explanation, but I get back to you. I know it's been later than usual, but I still get right back to you when I can, bro. Thank you for being my brother. Of course, absolutely. You ain't got to thank family when your family's out. And Kaz, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Hey, bro, no need. See, I just said that. So, Joe, Ultra, Kaz, TKD Bar, the essay of essays, Frost, Tokyo, David Jones, you threw your name up there earlier. I want to say thank you for that. Frank. Ain't got to say no more about Frank. I've been eyeballing that little icon of what you sent me for a fucking message, and I'm excited because I got a feeling that he sent me something I'm gonna really like. That's all you're getting. That's the music hour this time. But we have run over the 2 hours. I like to pay respect to the other YouTubers in the community. There is 2 other channels you can go to right now. That's Fumbling Through the Galaxy and Roughshod Stalks. They are doing Tales of the Outer Rim. They got all their new G.I. Joe buddies. I'm left in the dust with my Ninja Turtles and my fucking SpongeBob jacket. But you know what? This is the one-man show that doesn't ever stop. He ain't got no social media. He ain't got no platform. But YouTube, he's taking over YouTube. That's me. This is Ace's Place. I'm Ace's Face. I want to say thank you all so much. This has been the Ace in the Hole Variety Show, the thank you episode. And as always, love, peace, and pizza grease.